Hello, my name is Alejandro Hernandez, and I will be discussing the area of play in our area of occupational therapy. And that activity I will be choosing is football because I've been playing that for a long time, and I played in high school, stuff like that. So I'm still playing it now. So that'll be the area I'll be looking at. And the performance skills I'll be reviewing right now is the motor skills of moves, which is pushing an object. And I've always played lineman when I was in high school, so the offensive line. So as a movement, you have to move like a person to protect the quarterback. You would move the person and push them. So pretty much you'd be using your movement, your body weight to push them, and so you'd use the motor skills of movement. And then after that, um, I'll be, and then the other one would be pace, because you have to pace yourself, especially during a game and stuff like that. Especially if you're on the field a lot for a long time, you have to pace yourself and make sure you have enough stamina and endurance to keep going and playing the rest of the game. Because the game does take a while, and it does take a toll on you after a while. And then the next one I'll be discussing is grip. As for grip, for not for me, but for other players like the quarterback and the wide receivers, they will have to use grip, which is grabbing a football and holding it long enough to make sure they don't fumble it or anything. So grip is a very important skill, and that would be the performance skills um, in the activity of football, which is move. So pushing the lineman, pacing yourself, make sure you don't get tired and you still have your stamina, and then gripping the football. And then next will be client factors. So client factors would be the first one I'll be discussing is muscles. So it's a physical game. So you have to have a lot of strength, and you have to be strong enough to be able to keep up with everybody. Everyone works out and stuff like that. So you're gonna find someone that's stronger than you, and you have to just keep working out, and keep working the strength to be able to be good enough, to go against someone bigger than you, faster than you. And next is memory. Memory is very big because you don't have the playbook in your, when you're in the game, so you have to have a lot of memory. So memory is very important because you have to remember the playbook and make sure that you know what you're doing and what your assignment is. And the next thing is emotional. So I pick emotional because a lot of people like to talk. On the football game, people don't notice it, but people do talk a lot and stuff like that. And get in your head, and then you gotta keep your emotions. So emotional. So you gotta keep your emotions intact, because if you let them get into your head and you don't focus and you're very emotional, you will end up missing your assignment, and you will end up, not doing a good job. So you gotta keep your emotions intact and make sure you're focused every single time. Next would be pain. Pain, because it's a physical game. Football is very physical. Any sport you do is very physical. So pain is a very important aspect, and you gotta make sure you keep going, and you don't hurt yourself and stuff like that. And some people just deal with the pain. That's the client factors. Next would be the performance patterns, which is roles. So pretty much everyone in a football team has their own roles. So you have your quarterback, you have your receivers, you have your linemen, you have your defense. So everyone has a role in the team. So as long as you know your role and you do what you gotta do, that's a key factor for success. And then next would be the context. The context I picked, it was kind of a little difficult, but I was able to get it together. First was social. So pretty much being a team, coming together. It's a group sport. So pretty much you have a group of players that work together and stuff like that, and you know, you work as a team. Next would be personal group. Pretty much same. I feel like it's kind of the same thing. Like it's a group of people come together for one goal, pretty much as a group, and it's to win the game. So uh, that's my activity, and those are my performance, client factor, performance.